Hello, I'm Erik Robey.
And I'm Karla Schaffer, and this is Anne Arundel County Week in Review, making headlines this week. You probably know this already, but we have a much lower tax burden here in Anne Arundel County than in our neighboring counties, and we'd like to keep it that way. That's why County Executive John Leopold is looking under every couch cushion in this tough budget time. This week, he announced that the county has recovered more than $2 million in delinquent personal and commercial property tax bills over the past year and a half. The Finance Office and the Office of Law work together to make sure that all of the available tax revenue is collected. This can come in many forms, including a letter from a lawyer. We also work with people who have true hardships, but often the bill is settled by the delinquent person when they get a letter from a county lawyer or have a lien placed on their property. County Executive Leopold said of the effort, "In these difficult fiscal times, it is important to balance spending reductions, new revenue sources, and creative ways of recouping revenue in order to continue to avoid tax increases." Well, Erik, I hope all of your taxes and water and sewer bills are up to date. But if you want to double check, you can call 410-222-1144 or check your bill online at www.aacounty.org.
We should call this the Ka-Ching Show because of all the stories about money. Don't worry, we'll save the tax preparation advice for another show. This week, County Executive John Leopold announced more good news on the revenue front. The county has collected more than $8.5 million under the new fee collection system that bills insurance companies for ambulance services. The fee became law in April of 2009, and it recoups money that the county had previously not billed for, despite the millions of dollars it costs each year to provide ambulance and rescue services. The program does not bill individual residents. County Executive Leopold said of the fee, "I am pleased that our fire department has been able to execute this program without negatively impacting citizens' access to emergency medical services. Insurance companies are now bearing their fair share of the cost of providing essential services previously borne solely by the taxpayers."
This week, the Anne Arundel County Fire Department responded to 1,346 calls for service. This included more than 1,071 emergency medical calls and 85 fire calls. This week, a Gambrels man drowned after falling through the ice at an Edgewater area pond, and a Severn family unexpectedly welcomed their newborn into the world with the help of the County Fire Department dispatcher. With more now to tell us about these incidents is Division Chief Michael Cox of the Anne Arundel County Fire Department. Chief?
Thanks, Karla. Around 12 noon on Sunday, January 16, 2011, Anne Arundel County firefighters were called to a pond behind the South River Colony's River Oaks townhouses located in the area of Stephanie's Lane and Riverton Place in Edgewater. A call was received by a resident who stated that while exercising her dog on the trail, she noted a hole in the ice and what appeared to be some shoes near the hole. The caller stated she had walked her dog through the same area yesterday and that the ice was frozen solid. In all, more than 20 firefighters were summoned to the scene to search the area. Fire department divers arrived and entered the water in the area of the holes. Within minutes of entering the water, divers did locate and remove the body of a male who was estimated to be in his mid to late 20s. An investigation into the incident by county police has revealed that the deceased was a 28-year-old male from Gambrels. However, additional details into the incident were not immediately available. The deceased was transported to the State Medical Examiner's office in Baltimore, and county police advised that the investigation into the incident remains ongoing. On a happier note, a Severn family got a bigger surprise than they bargained for when they were en route to Anne Arundel Medical Center for the birth of their second child on Monday. Shortly after leaving their home, everything seemed to be going just fine until Mom communicated to her husband that she could feel that the baby was coming. In this case, Dad quickly pulled over to the side of Route 97 and called 911. Firefighter Kyle Leichling was one of the dispatchers on duty at the time and was the one who took the 911 call from Mr. Strasser. Firefighter Leichling was able to provide instructions to Dad, which included catching the baby, cleaning its airway, placing the baby on Mom's chest, tying off the umbilical cord with a shoestring, and as well as covering the mom and the baby so that they both remained warm. County Fire Department paramedics arrived just minutes after the birth and took over care for Mom and the newborn baby boy. They both were transported to Anne Arundel Medical Center, where they were admitted. Dad was calmly able to care for his other child, an 18-month-old son, who was strapped into his car seat and got to see his little brother enter the world in an expedited fashion. They both arrived shortly after Mom and the newborn to wish them well at the hospital. Karla?
Thank you, Chief. County fire officials advised that the 7-pound baby boy and mom were doing fine and expected to be released as normal. We would like to congratulate the Strassers on the birth of their second son and the fine job that Dad did helping bring baby Strasser into the world.
That's great. They delivered a baby.
That's
I mean,
cool.
that's just on the side of 97. Traffic zooming by, ice and snow out there. Here comes the baby.
Right.
What a way to come into the world. What a story. We should have that. Here's the goal. In 5 years, I'm going to have that kid on the show.
Okay.
Put him on Weekend Review.
We should. Even sooner than that.
All right. We can do it sooner
Have the
than that.
Strassers over.
Sounds like a great plan. Well, folks, there's more Weekend Review to come. When we come back, we'll be joined by some members of the local band Pandomonium. You're going to want to stay tuned for this one. They're from Severna Park High School, and they'll be competing in the Battle of the Bands competition. As we go into the break, take a look at the community calendar for what's happening here in Anne Arundel County. Stay with us. We'll be right back.